this is Mark from CQ Simple, providing a brief end-user training on the Nimbus dashboard. Your phone administrator should provide you with a link to access the Nimbus dashboard locally. You will need your extension number and a password. Typically your password is the same as your voicemail password. So your extension is the phone you're near, the password, same as your voicemail password. If that is not working for you, certainly check with your phone administrator to see what that password for the Nimbus dashboard is. When you log in, as you can see, you have a wide variety of windows to choose from. You can move these around if you'd like them to be in different locations. Maybe over here, all of them are movable. If you'd like to have a window not movable, simply click the lock, and then if you try to displace it, it will not move. You can collapse windows if you're not interested in seeing what's inside of them, and then open them if you'd like to view their contents. Let's move on to making a phone call from the Nimbus dashboard. There are actually a few different ways to be able to do that. It does feature click to dial. So for example, if you're looking in your call history and you would like to call back some of these calls that came into you, or call back a certain phone number that you called, as you can see you have incoming and outgoing here, and you can do searches. If you'd like to do that, simply click the phone number, and then on your telephone itself, hit the answer button, and then that phone call will begin. If you'd like to call another extension in the office, simply click the extension you'd like to call, press the dial key on your phone, press answer, and now you're talking. I'm going to hang up that phone call. You also have the ability to dial. So in the dial tab, if you'd like to dial 611, all you need to do is hit enter, and then on your phone hit answer. That starts the call outside the office. To then end it, you simply click the hang up. You also have the ability to call contacts. Click to dial contacts. In the upper right hand corner, where you can see the face icon, select contacts. If you'd like to call Jim, or Mark Vogel, or Sean Smith, all you need to do is hit the telephone. You can have multiple telephones here. So if you'd like to call this person, simply click it, hit answer on your phone, and that call will initiate. We'll come back to that contacts here in a little bit to tell you more about that. To transfer a phone call, say a phone call comes into you and you would like to send that to someone else in the office. So we'll simulate a phone call coming into the office here. So now phone calls come into me and I need to send this to Bill. The easiest way to do this, select Bill. As you can see, it's highlighted blue, and then select blind transfer. That phone call is now ringing on Bill's phone, and he can pick it up. The other option, depending on the version of your Nimbus dashboard, is a click to drag transfer. So a phone call is coming in. I now have that phone call. If you select the phone and drag it and drop it on Bill, that call will be transferred to Bill. So you have a couple options there for transferring phone calls. If you'd like to transfer directly to a voicemail, that's also very similar. So if a call comes into the office, that call is now answered. And this person wants to just leave a voicemail for Jason. They don't actually want to ring Jason's phone. Simply select the extension for Jason and then select the transfer to mailbox. As you can see, his mailbox icon is now blinking, indicating that that person is now in his voicemail box leaving a message. You also have the ability to park the caller. Parking the caller allows anybody else in the office the ability to pick up that person wherever they might be, simply by dialing a code such as 71 or 72. let me show you how to transfer a call to the parking lot. And there are actually a couple different ways for this to happen also. The easiest way, as you can see, you've got your parking spots right here, is to select the parking lot, select blind transfer, and that call will now be transferred to the parking spot. I'll hang that up. In newer versions of Nimbus Dashboard, you also can take that phone, drag it over to the parking spot, and it will be parked. And it will announce the parking spot. To pick up a call from the parking lot, let's just say someone has been parked. So right now we have somebody in the parking lot. It was parked by 1:21. You can see a countdown timer, in this case 3 minutes before that call is returned to the person that parked them, which in this case is me. If I want to pick up that call, I simply select the phone and hit pick up call. Now that call is going to come back to me. It's no longer parked, and I am speaking to that person. There are a wide variety of other admin rights. You may or may not see these rights based on your status in the Nimbus dashboard. You do have the ability to listen to a phone call. So if we were to call in, so now we have an answer here. I'm going to take this phone call and I'm actually going to transfer it to Bill. So now Bill is having a conversation. If I would like to listen to this phone call, I simply select it. It's going to be highlighted in blue, and I hit the Listen tab. When I do that, my phone will ring. When I pick it up, I will be listening to that conversation. If I select the Listen and Whisper, when I pick up that phone call, I will be able to listen to both sides and whisper to my employee. I also have the ability to conference myself into that phone call. If I select the conference icon in that conversation, I will then be in that conversation speaking to both Bill and the wireless caller. If you would like to record a conversation, you also have the ability to record a conversation directly from the Nimbus dashboard. Simply select the conversation that you are looking to record, and you do have the ability to record other conversations as well as your own, depending on permission. If you'd like to record this conversation, you simply select the record call. As you can see, the icon changes here, indicating that we are recording this conversation. If we would like to stop the recording, we can select it again, and this can go back and forth depending on if you need to keep out sensitive information from your call recording. I'll hang up that phone call. You have some other options here in the upper right hand corner. Under Preferences, you have the ability to turn certain sounds off. You can set up a pop-up and perhaps search a CRM, in this case, as I'm doing right here. As I said, you also have the ability to make contacts. So these are contacts that are in the phone book. If you'd like to add a contact, simply select the plus sign, give it a name, a phone number, and decide if this is going to be private or public. If you do not choose private, every person that logs into Nimbus Dashboard will be able to utilize that contact. Everyone will see Sean Thomas. If, however, when you made that contact, you selected private, only you will see Sean Thomas when you log into the Nimbus Dashboard. And you can populate this with as many contacts as you would like. You can do simple searches, either by name or by company or by phone number, and then to call that person, simply select the phone icon and you'll begin to speak to them. From this dashboard, you can also select Call Forward. In this case, the yellow icon next to your phone, select it, Call Forward. So if you would like every call that comes to this phone to be sent out to a different phone, You now have forwarded your phone. As you can see, the blue icon indicates that calls are now being sent to a different phone number. To turn that off, simply select Call Forward, leave it blank, and hit OK. You can select presence. In this case, we can say you're out to lunch. In this case, your icon turns blue, and everybody else that logs in will see that you are out to lunch. You can select meeting. Other is very useful if you'd like to leave a message. Leaving at 3 p.m., be back Monday at 2 p.m. Now when Ed and Dave and Bill and Jason log in, they can see what I'm up to, when I'm going to be back. If I'd like to turn that off, simply come back to available, and now it's set. You also have the ability to put your phone on Do Not Disturb directly from this location. So if you do select Do Not Disturb, any phone call that tries to come to your phone will go directly to voicemail. We'll set that back to available. You also have the ability to instant message. So if I'd like to instant message Dave, I simply select his icon and select chat, and I can talk back and forth. In this case, it will tell you if that user is logged in or not. And if they are not logged in, it will save that note, and when they log in, that note will pop up on their screen. You can have multiple IMs going at the same time, discussing information even during a phone call. The virtual voicemail, the visual voicemail, is one of the brand new features of Nimbus Dashboard. It allows you to now select your voicemail icon and instantly see the voicemails that have been left, how long they are. You can play that voicemail from the screen. You can download it by selecting the download button. You can take that phone call and maybe you want to put it in a different folder, a family folder or a friends folder. Maybe you want to delete that altogether. And then you can sort through and look to see where those voicemails now are and play them from wherever they might be. So we'll delete that voicemail. With the proper admin rights, you also can investigate other voicemails, but that is only permission-based. Most users typically are only able to access their own voicemails visually. I hope this was a helpful tutorial for the Nimbus Dashboard. I'd like to thank you for tuning in and hope you have a great day.